Alcohol blocked my self-discovery for many years of my life, and I never would have gained this clarity had I kept drinking. I used to think I needed alcohol to relax. I used to think I needed alcohol to help me cope with my anxiety and stress. I used to think I needed alcohol to fit in and be cool. I used to think I needed alcohol to have fun. I used to think I needed alcohol for a lot of reasons. I used to think. But in believing in this lie, I hindered myself. I hindered my growth for many years of my life. Because here's the thing. When you drink alcohol, it keeps you from getting to know yourself and learning how to love yourself, because you're distancing yourself from yourself. And if you continue to do that, then you're not going to know what's best for you. You never discover your worth. You never discover your fullest potential. You'll always believe in this lie that you need alcohol to help you cope in your day-to-day life. But that's wasting your life. Because truth of the matter is, alcohol never has and never will fix a damn thing. The thing about alcohol is that it blocks you from having access to self-realization and self-discovery, just as it has for me for many years of my life. I used to think that I needed alcohol to go out on the dance floor and dance, have a good time. Now, whenever I go out on the dance floor, I'm not in a club or anything, but when there's a dance floor and some music comes on that I like and I feel the urge to dance to, I don't need no liquid courage. No, I have the courage from within to go out there on the dance floor and cut that rug, so to speak. And the thing about it is, when I do go out on the dance floor and dance and everything, I'm having a wonderful time because I'm being my authentic self. And then after I get off of the dance floor and sit down and drink some water, man, it is a liberating feeling. It is such a liberating feeling, because the more I do stuff like that, the more I get myself out of my comfort zone. It helps me to see even more so how much I don't need alcohol, how much I have never needed alcohol. And it's amazing to me now that I once thought I needed alcohol for so many years of my life. And when it comes to alcohol, I was mostly a beer drinker. I really didn't like wine, and I didn't like liquor, because to me, wine tasted like shoe polish and liquor tasted like gasoline. So I never got into drinking those types of adult beverages. But as far as beer is concerned, that was my thing. Beer was my thing. And I used to drink it daily. And the more I drank it, the more I gained weight. The more I drank it, the more my stress and anxiety increased. The more I drank it, the more I believe in lies about myself. Because when you drink alcohol, it keeps you into believing false narratives about yourself and your life. Alcohol keeps you stuck and entangled in a web of self-pity, defeat, and mediocrity. And you never realize this until you gather up enough courage within yourself to take a stand for yourself and make one of the best decisions that you'll ever make in your life, which is to stop drinking alcohol. My decision to stop drinking alcohol was one of the best decisions I have ever made. And on November the 2nd of this year, it will mark 5 years, 5 years, y'all, that I have been alcohol free. Alcohol free. And it has been a wonderful 5 years for me. It's been 5 years of self-discovery and self-realization and seeing and experiencing what life is like on the other side of alcohol. Being alcohol free, that is. And it baffles me as to why some people are so loyal to alcohol. So many people are loyal to ineffectiveness. So many people believe that alcohol is their friend. But in reality, it's their worst enemy. Because it keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck. You never make any progress. Alcohol affects your mental, your spiritual, and emotional health. When you drink alcohol, it's emotionally exhausting because you're constantly believing in, like I said, in all of these false narratives about yourself and about your life. And it causes you to bring about a lot of unnecessary suffering on yourself. And until you sober up and realize and gain all of this clarity that comes with being alcohol free, that comes with sobriety, you remain stuck. Man, self-discovery is a beautiful thing because it helps you to see what you're capable of. I sometimes go out with a couple of my friends, and what we do is we meet up at a restaurant and sit up at the bar. Yes, at the bar. Now, to many who have had issues, struggles with drinking alcohol, that may be too much of a trigger for them. But for me, it's not a trigger at all. I'm not affected when me and my two friends, we sit at the bar and just fellowship and enjoy each other's company. It's not an issue for me. I'm not triggered in any form of fashion. And the reason why I believe is because before I had stopped drinking, I prayed to the Lord that He would take away my desire to ever want beer again. And God answers prayers, because just the mere thought of my drinking alcohol, beer, puts a feeling of disgust within the pit of my stomach. I can't imagine drinking it again. It just makes me say yuck. And and this is a beautiful thing, because I know beer has an acquired taste, but that acquired taste was something that I loved back when I was drinking alcohol. And for me to even just thinking about drinking beer again puts a feeling of disgust within the pit of my stomach is incredible. It's incredible, and it shows me how much God works in your life when you go to Him in prayer and ask. Asking, you shall receive. And I've been enjoying my 5 years of sobriety, my 5 years of being alcohol free. And when you're alcohol free, when you are in sobriety, and you come across someone who is struggling with alcohol, you see how it is hindering them because you were once in their shoes. And you know that they're trapped. And of course, we all know that a person has to be the one who wants to quit drinking. A person who has a problem with drinking, their family can have an intervention to help them to stop drinking. They can talk to the alcoholic till they're blue in the face to encourage them to stop drinking. But ultimately, it will take the alcoholic to want to stop drinking. It's going to have to take the alcoholic to put in the work to stop drinking. It's going to have to take the alcoholic to stop working against himself and start working on himself. The alcoholic has to take the initiative to stop drinking. They say, many use the phrase, one day at a time. Well, I see it like this. If you can go 1 day without drinking, you can do 2. You can go 2 days without drinking, and so on. If you can go 1 month without drinking, you can go 6 months without drinking. You can go a year without drinking. You can go years without drinking. And in doing so, if you are watching this video and you struggle with alcohol, when you take the initiative to stop drinking, 1 day at a time, you will gain the confidence within yourself. You will gain the clarity that will help you to see your fullest potential. And in doing so, you'll discover things about yourself that you had no idea about. You'll discover your strength. You'll discover your inner champion. You'll discover that you are the hero in the story of your life. You will discover that alcohol never has and never will fix a damn thing. We all owe it to ourselves to do better and be better so we can make our worlds better. If you like the words that I have shared in this video, then by all means, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it.